Like, she's never been pet before. Gang, don't forget, we are doing a giveaway for a t-shirt from To Write Love on Her Arms for a charity stream, ! shirt. Thank you all for your donations so far. We've unlocked a Fall Guys stream. I'm going to get the incentives pulled up here in a hot second, and we'll go over some of those. We're raising money for a charity that is extremely near and dear to my heart today. Have been supporting this charity for 12 years now, which seems so weird to say, but I had to math it. Dirty agrees. She's in the background. You can't hear her. Howling at the ceiling for no apparent reason. Excel, I hope you're doing well. Thank you again for that 9-month sub. We made a baby. Guys, the end is in sight. We're almost there. Nailed it. Thank you very much, Ginger Zone. I appreciate it. If you want to support us today, you can go to the link. Our charity is powered by Soft Giving again. They are absolute fantastic beans to work with. And have been very nice being the go-between for charity stuff, which has been fantastic. Damien's second best mom. What? What does this say? Oh, Damien's second best mod. Now there's competition to see who is the second best mod. But who is it? Wait, what? Hi, Bravo. Thank you for the donation, my dude. Thank you for that $50. I appreciate it immensely. All right, let's get this nonsense off my desk. All right. Oh, gosh. I almost beamed myself with my own microphone. Y'all ever have a day? Bravo, how are you? Good morning. This is my very own hand spun. I made this yarn. I am extra proud of it. Oh, gosh, it's huge. That's what she said. Here's the end. There we go. It's so big. Look at this. Look at this cake. I could beam someone with this. It's a solid charity. I've checked some of those boxes in my youth. I have as well. They're local to me, so they're a charity here from Cocoa Beach, Florida. And I found them at a very strange time in my life. Let's do a story time. Y'all have unlocked a nice long story. I found them at a very strange time in my life. My fiance had just passed away, and I was 20. I was in college, and I was like, well, life's over now. What do you do next? And I just didn't have a purpose anymore. I didn't know what to do. I wasn't sleeping. I had taken the semester off of school. Nothing was appealing. Work was just okay because everyone gave you like the sad face. And I was like, I don't know, man. It's too big to fit in my knitting bowl. squish it in there. It's real good. Poor little Lord Fauntleroy. I can't believe you made it yourself. Yeah, I hand spun this yarn. This is my hand spun. This is what we plied together last Saturday. This is the yarn we made together. It's 970 yards. And I just didn't know what to do. I didn't know what to do with myself. I wasn't like an endangered youth. But I was also like a person without a purpose. And I was just like, I don't know what to do. Right. And I found this charity and I was like, oh, that's a nice thought. To write love on her arms. That's cute. And then someone was like, no, I really think you should look into it. And I was like, okay, I guess if I have to, whatever. And then I found out that they, at the time, they were doing an event every year here in Orlando called Heavy and Light. And it was a bunch of bands that got together and threw a concert as their big fundraising event to start the year off. And it was like the first weekend in January. And at the time, it was 2 days before my 21st birthday. And I was like, and I was not excited about turning 21. I was like, who cares? Whatever. And I went to Heavy and Light, and it kind of changed my life. Because I had never been around other people who had been down before. 13 Disciple, hello, my dude. Thank you for that $25 donation. Excel Empress, thank you for that $25 donation. I appreciate it immensely. Beans. Thank you very much. Excel, I know you're doing with family thing. Thanks for stopping in. I hope family stuff goes well. We'll catch you later. So I went to Heavy and Light, and it was the first time I had ever been around anyone else who was struggling, period. Like everyone else in my life up until that point was having like a great time and life was fun and everyone was 20 and 21 and was young and had so much to live for. And I was like, I had just turned into a grumpy old lady and I was like, everything is ruined. So it was the first time that I had really been told that it's okay to not be okay. Like no one had told me to buck up and smile and whatever, but also no one had been like, you have earned the right to mope as much as you want. You've gone through a huge loss. And that was really kind of life altering for me. I still think about Heavy and Light to this day because the point of it is some days your soul is light and some days your soul is heavy, and both are equally fine, and your soul doesn't cost any less or any more based upon how you feel about it. And that was just so inspiring for me. And it was fun to have a crew of people that I could reach out. Like, so my college campus had a local To Write Love on Our Arms chapter. So if you were having a rough week, they would meet weekly and they would just sit down for coffee. And the whole point is you just listen to whoever's story shows up. So like on days where like I didn't have the words anymore, all I had to do was be there as a support person for someone else. And then on days when I was really struggling, I always knew that I had someone I could talk to. It was life-changing. And their mission since then has focused more on getting individualized therapy instead of support groups, but it's no less important to make sure that, you know, everyone's getting the help that they need and they know where to go, right? Because when this happened in 2010, the internet was younger, but like you couldn't just go online and get like a therapy chat session. This was before I had ever found Twitch, when Justin TV was just starting out, like before all these things were put in place. And it's, even though the internet has more resources and more things, it's no less important. So it's really a charity that's super near and dear to my heart. I owe them so much. I wouldn't have bounced back from my loss as healthily or nearly as quickly if I didn't have a support group in place. And it was fantastic. And especially for the music scene, there's a lot of stigma around, having mental health in music and concerts at the time. And the fact that they were reaching out to this segment of people really made my heart happy. So there we go. There's my story time. It's a very personal charity. I love them. I love the work they're doing. One final time, you can put type shirt into chat to be entered to win a To Write Love on Our Arms shirt of your choosing. We're going to close the giveaway here in a second. And then we're going to keep hanging out and keep raising money. 970 yards in one ball. Yes. So the exclamation mark shirt is, you can pick one of those shirts from that link. And then Tink, if you want to be entered to win, just type shirt without the exclamation mark. No exclamation mark to be entered to win. Rainbow Brights, hello. Turn the fan on. Hey, Damien. Can you go downstairs, my work backpack, and grab the box of googly eyes? I owe some people some eyeballs. All right, here we go. Where's these eyeballs going? Here. On me. Punk Pixie Blue, good morning. Hello. Love the shirts. Can't wait to win one. KB's very optimistic. When I'm finished... All right, fine. All right, so here are milestones. Y'all already blew past the first milestone for the Fall Guys stream. So we're going to have a drunk Wiggly Bean stream. So one of these Fridays we'll have a bonus wine and Fall Guys stream coming up. Driving, be back soon. Hinka, drive safe. No problem. Enjoy your weekend. 13, enjoy your lurk. Ready for the MCAL. KB, calm down. We'll get there. I'm stalling. We'll get there in a minute. Rainbow, thank you for that $100 donation. Bean. We're also doing a Jackbox stream. Apparently. Halfway to the co-stream. Why do you carry a box of googly eyes in your work stuff? Dan, so I can put googly eyes on anything at any given time. It's kind of my thing. I add googly eyes to everything. Dirty. Dear To Write Love on Our Arms, do you also deal with cats who are having attention problems? All right. So we have unlocked two bonus fun time streams. Our next milestone is Hinka and String Player have both agreed if we hit $750, that they will crouch in with me and we will all three of us do a gaming stream some way, somehow while they're here. It'll be very fun. When we hit $1,000, we're going to do the Dead by Daylight stream with Huntress. When we hit $1,250, I'm going to do a brioche tutorial. Everything you've ever needed to know about how to knit brioche, single pass and standard brioche. And we're going to do a brioche knit along. And then if we hit our goal of 1,500, I'm going to do another stinking World of Tanks stream because y'all loved it so much the last time. Why I agreed to this, I don't know, but there it is. So, all right. Dirty. Do you want to be on stream that bad? All right, here we go. Prepare for pickup. Ow. I don't know what this cat wants. Yarn Ho, hello! A long time ago, my daughters and I did drawings on arms for Twilha and uploaded to Facebook. Yes, they used to have a To Write Love on Our Arms day where everyone at high school would write love on their arms. Dirty. Show your face. Only butts. This cat says no. This cat is a menace to society. Just this tail. That's all that ever shows up on meetings. Everyone's like, are you okay? And I'm just like, yep. I don't know, Damien. It's your cat. They're downstairs at the dining room table in my work backpack, my maroon work backpack. There should be a box of googly eyes. It's the one thing I forgot to grab. Kitty wants to show the world her butthole. No, she's just looking for something. What are you looking for? She doesn't know. And she doesn't like to be held, but she's purring up a storm. Say hi. Dirty. You just want tum scritches? Purring intensifies. She doesn't know how to be held, so every time you pick her up, she just stiff arms, but she purrs like crazy, so she likes it. She doesn't know how to be a cat. To be fair, this is my step kitty. I didn't select this cat. All right. Excuse me. All right. We need to get caught up on all the incentives. So I owe a whole bunch of people some eyeballs. Damien's shaking the eyeball container. Dirty thinks they're treats. She's about to get really disappointed really quickly. Dash, hello. Thank you. I have a box. For those of you who are asking, I have a box of assorted eyeball sizes that I carry with me at all times so I can add eyeballs to anything at a moment's notice. It was $5 on Amazon. It's amazing. I even put eyeballs on my microphone. You ready? Right here. Because I like adding faces to things. Just surprise eyeball face. Little face. Because why not? So let's get some eyeballs all up on me. It's like the best $5 I've ever spent. Never know when you need to eyeball something. That's right. Let's see. We have another giveaway. Oh, we need to pick our winner. Here we go. All right, here we go. Closing the giveaway. Got my googly eyes. All right. Giveaway. Close. Draw. Veggie! Veggie zombie! Veggie, speak up! Tell me you're here so we can get you a shirt. Hi. Yay. Okay. Veggie, on Monday, I'm going to reach out to you and I'm going to ask you what shirt you want and what size you want and where you want it sent to. If you reach out to me early, I won't say no, but we're adding you to the list. Right now, we're just making a list to everybody, and then I'll reach out on Monday with a nifty little Google form for where to put your address and what you want, what you really, really want. Don't worry, gang. There's so many giveaways. We're gonna have a lot. I'm just gonna keep adding eyeballs to my shirt for a little while. You want it sent to Ohio, right? And Christmas is coming. Wouldn't you like to do some shopping for some of your streamer friends, like KB Fibers? KB wants one of those shirts. Let's see. Let me pull up our list here. Rainbow initiated another giveaway, so we'll get that pulled up here in just a second. Get some more eyeballs. I just might. KB says that they're joking, but KB would die of happiness if this were a thing. These eyeballs have lashes. Veggie, congrats. If you do exclamation mark shirt, you can pick out any shirt color and size of your choosing. And then I'll get in contact with you Monday for your selection. And we'll get that mailed to you. Now my shirt looks like it's covered in mome rats. Don't step on the mome rats. Get this last one going, and we'll finally get to the knitting. Hi, Pearl Cat. Do you want to be a stream kitty? You're much better at stream kittying than Dirty is. Hi, you good girl? She's looking at me like, Mom, when are we going back to bed? There we go. All right. We're now the stream of many eyes. Okay. First, though, real quick, here are our incentives. I still owe Huntress a story time. If there's something Huntress would like to pick out for us. If there's a story Huntress wants to hear. Otherwise, I'll tell the story of how Dirty got her name. While I pull up the Stephen West Mystery Knit Along. Gosh darn it. Yes, that. Okay. So, once upon a time, I met this weird kid named Damien who had a terrible date, but was very good at making spaghetti. Veggie, thank you for that $25 donation. You're so sweet. I appreciate it. $555 we are at. The 50-50s. 50-55. It's a nice number to be at. Excuse me. And Dean's like, oh, and this is my cat, Dirty. And I was like, great. And then he's like, and that's my roommate's cat, Snotface. And I was like, fantastic. And I was like, so, why'd you name her Dirty? Is she like a stinky cat or something wrong with this cat? And he goes, no, I named it Durdy because it's cute that way. She's the dirty girl. And I was like, but why did you name it Dirty? So Damien had got her almost exactly a year before we met. And when he went to the pound, they had just brought in a bunch of kittens. And you married this man. I know. I have no one to blame but myself. They had just brought in a bunch of kittens and they hadn't even had time to wash them yet. And he picked out the dirty cat and he picked her out because out of all the kittens, when he like chirped at them, Dirty was the only kitten that talked back. And she was covered in mud and she had ear mites and they hadn't even given her a bath. And then Damien's like, and then I named her the Dirty Cat because she was the dirtiest cat I'd ever seen. And I was like, that is cute, but still concerning. Lava. No, Punk Pixie. Thank you for gifting that sub to Lava. I appreciate it. Lava, enjoy the emotes and ad-free viewing. So he took her home and he threw her in the bathtub and had to clean all the dirt and crap off of her. And then he had to rub the ear mite goo into her ears every night. So that's why the dirty cat likes getting her ears rubbed so much. And then he would just come home and he would constantly talk to this cat. Fergster, hello, my dude. Happy weekend. Thank you for that gift sub to Lady E. There's so much love in this chat today. Y'all make me so warm and fuzzy. I lost my train of thought. Anyway. Oh, so he would come home and he'd be like, Dirty, how was your day? And then she'll go, hurup, 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 hurup. So now this cat won't shut up. Just constantly has to talk. All Crafty, thank you for gifting that sub to Artnet Craft. It's a gift sub train. You beans. Anonymous, thank you for gifting a sub to Tanky. Y'all done did it now. I hope you're happy there's a hype train. So that's how the dirty cat. And she's usually the dirty cat. She's the only kitty who has a "the" in her name. You kind of have to say it the whole time. But she's a very, Damien likes to sing at her and he goes, she's a very dirty girl. And it's true. Love for all, Dak. Thank you for the biddies. I appreciate immensely. Artnet Craft, thank you for the $50 donation. More beans, more love. Artnet Craft, just so y'all know, Artnet Craft is really wanting us to get to that $1,250 mark because all Artnet Craft wants is that brioche tutorial. Choo choo. Bash, thank you for the biddies as well. I appreciate the bits and the subs, and I will be doing a separate donation personally after stream as well. But if you want to count towards the goal, you do have to do the donate. Is chirping a thing? Yes. This cat chirps. Sometimes she sounds like a pigeon, and sometimes she sounds like Chopper from Star Wars Rebels. I want Dead by Daylight. My message said, I love the smell of brioche in the morning. I'm not seeing the messages if you guys are posting them. Let me see here. It's not showing me the messages that y'all are posting through the website. Hang on, let me pull it up. Yeah, oddly enough, I'm not seeing it on my dashboard. That's a bummer. If y'all posted a cutesy message, tell me. It's supposed to say the message when it pops up at the donation. Was Dirty ever an outdoor cat? No. Well, I mean, apart from like when they picked her up as a kitten. I too love the smell of brioche in the morning, Art Night Craft. All of our cats were outdoor cats, but are not currently outdoor cats. Should we go out on the patio? Oh, that's true. Dirty does like going outside and rolling around in the dirt. Pumpkin spice chicory coffee. That sounds good. Oh, it's almost pumpkin spice coffee time. Yes. Yes. All right, Artnet. Thank you again for your $50 donation. I do owe you a story. Is there a story that you would like to hear? Joining the hype. Purple, thank you for the sub. I appreciate it. 4 months. All Crafty, thank you for the $25. Get out some more eyes. This is for you, Art. Aww. Yeah, for whatever reason, the messages aren't showing, which is a bummer. I will let the charity know. How'd you start fiber arts? When I was a tiny little 3rd grader. My grandma on my dad's side. I never really got to hang out with her hardly at all. But when the one time we really got to spend more than just an afternoon together, she was knitting like dishcloths, and I was like, that looks fun. And my grandma was like, oh, you should knit some, and I was like, okay. So she sat down, she taught me how to knit, and I spent the whole afternoon knitting this dishcloth out of the sugar and cream. Like relentlessly, would not give it up. And I was fascinated by it, and I really enjoyed it. And then like every, middle schooler, I started getting obsessed, and I knit like a cover for everything. Punk Pixie Blue, thank you for that $25 donation. I think you just want to see more eyeballs. And I remember just relentlessly having to knit. I was like, I'm gonna get this. I'm gonna figure it out. So I knit all sorts of weird shit out of all sorts of weird acrylic. I did knit a blanket, which was actually, I still have, it's actually fairly nice. But I basically knit like a giant scarf, and then I seamed them all together, and so it made like a gradient. There's a very good chance String or Hinka will sleep under it. And then I started knitting like little toys and tchotchkes and things. And then I hit college and I just stopped knitting because I was like, I ain't got time for this. And then I didn't knit for years. until after Damien and I got married, and I needed a hobby. I needed something to sit on the couch and do while I watched Critical Role is really what it is. Because I finished his giant cross stitch. And I was like, I need to do something. College ruining everything, very on brand. Well, it's funny because I had never thought about like knitting while I was listening to lectures. Like, I should have leaned into knitting in college. And I didn't. Watch Critical Role? Yes, I have watched Critical Role since the beginning. I think I was like 3 months after it started. But I've been watching Critical Role since 2016. Or 2015? 2015. Critical Role is a Dungeons & Dragons game on Twitch with a bunch of voice actors. It's very good. Got more eyeballs. I'm gonna look like that wallpaper from the Haunted Mansion soon, but I'm not mad about it. So I just needed something to do. So I kind of got back into it, and I was like, well, maybe I'll make like an actual garment instead of just like making crap. Because there's only like so many hats and scarves you can have in Florida, right? So I knit. I don't know why I did this, and I can't find them, which pisses me off. I knit a pair of gloves on size US zeros with sock yarn. They're very nice gloves. I don't know where they went though. I haven't seen them since we moved. I think they're still at my folks' house. Excuse me. And I attempted to knit a cardigan out of the bulkiest yarn. And I was like, the bulky yarn, like it was chunky yarn, and it made me look like a marsh, like added so much bulk. This is the world's most unflattering sweater. So I ripped that apart and I knit a cat bed out of it. Which Perkins adores, by the way. And then I was like, my feet are cold. Maybe I'll knit like some slippers. And then I couldn't find a slipper pattern that I really like. So then I knit socks. And then I went, oh, these are nice. I should keep knitting socks. They have all sorts of fancy patterns. They have all sorts of fancy yarn. These wool socks are even nicer. And then I went down the rabbit hole, and now I just knit all the time. And the addiction to sock knitting starts. Correct. So that's how it went. I went forehead eyeballs. All right, Huntress. What if we just do the one? We'll go everything everywhere all at once. There we go. A forehead eyeball. It would be kind of cool if you get Google eyes in your eye color. Pretty blue. Ooh. Maybe next time. Hang on. Let me blow my nose. Excuse me. So then I got into sock knitting, and then it was all downhill from there. And then I was watching Twitch, and I I was watching Twitch and I found Freckled Fiberworks and they were knitting. And I was like, oh, that's so nice. And I was like, I wonder what kind of yarn that is. And then I found out it was her hand spun. And I said, what's hand spun? Is that like homespun? Homespun's kind of gross. And then I found out that she made her own yarn. And I was like, how does one accomplish this? Would like very mucho. and then I watched one of her spinning streams and I was like, oh no, this looks really fun and relaxing. And then she did a Turkish drop spindle stream and I was like, oh, I could do that. And then it was all downhill from there. It was very much all over, Veggie. It was very much all over. And now I have a hand spun brick and no regrets. No regrets. I am winning the staring contest. It's true. All right. It is in the bowl. I had to shove it in the bowl. It's too big for the bowl, but it's my little pixie goldfish bowl. It needs a place to live. Excuse me. All right. Let's do another giveaway. Let's give away. Huntress is here. Let's do a giveaway for some game codes on Steam. Keyword. Keyword game. You can type game in chat. So Huntress has a bunch of Humble Bundle codes for some free games on Steam. Well, free games through Humble Bundle, but you can usually redeem them for either the Epic Store or Steam. So she has a whole list. So if you type in game, we'll get you the code for 2 of these babies. It is a huge list. I'm gonna show you guys real fast. It's a big old list. Big old list. So we'll go, so this will be the person for, first dibs. So you'll get to pick any 2 games off the list. And, Huntress will get you all set up with the game codes. And all you had to do is be following the channel. Huntress was very kind and was like, anything you want off this list. And I was like, okay. So we'll do that. So you can type in game and get entered in to win some of that. I got punk, I got purple. Archeros, hello. It didn't go through. Can you try can you type it again for me? It didn't go through. Dak, I'm gonna be on for a while. On for quite a while. I think you have to do it all lowercase. And also, hello Archeros, how are you? So you type in game and we'll get you some game codes. Some codes. As a reminder, this is a fundraising charity stream to Write Love on Her Arms, a charity that is extremely near and dear to me. We'll do a quick fact. I got a fact sheet here. This is very fun. So we were talking about earlier how a $25 donation makes it possible for 86 people to find free and reduced cost mental health services. But did you know? Did you know? Let's see. Last year, To Write Love on Her Arms sponsored 3,400 counseling sessions and 109 weeks of substance use disorder care. All through donations. All for people who couldn't afford it or couldn't or wouldn't have been able to find it anyway. What are we making with the beautiful hand spun? This is going to be it's going to be a big old shawl. We're going to start getting it knitted here in a hot second. And then something that I didn't know is that they have a Between the Bells program, which creates conversations and connects students to resources through a week-long campaign on campus. And they've reached 44,000 high school students. They were founded back in 2006 and are still going quite strong today. And that's just the high school students. That doesn't count their college program. They have a college campus tours that they'll do every fall to make sure that students know that they have all the resources they need. All right, there we go. There's our quick moment. Again, if you'd like to donate, you can do !charity. We'll take you to the link. Or it's down below in the doobly-doo. And if you type in game, you'll be entered in to win a game code. That the lovely Huntress is lining up. So we have a couple sets of these that we'll be giving away. So this is for the first one. So the first giveaway will get first dibs to the first two, and then I'll contact the next person to select the next two, and then the next person to select their next two. All right. I promised KB that we would look at the Stephen West Mystery Knit Along. So here we go. This is the yarn that KB picked out, which is gorgeous looking. I don't know what this blood speckly thing is, but I love it. Ask Yoda and the Jedi Holocron a question. Punk Pixie Blue, what is your question? So last year, Stephen West is the knitting designer behind West Knits. I know that there was this question earlier in chat. Take a quick sip here. And every year he does a mystery knit along for whatever the year's newest, fanciest shawl is. Will I get one room completely curly out today? Oh, that's a good question. So I did it last year. Hinka Knits peer pressured me into doing it last year. There is a new one coming out this year, and KB Fibers desperately wants me to knit it. Let's see. Is it on? Let me find out where it is. All right. I think is it on Ravelry? I don't see it on his blog. Let's get the info. Sort by recently added. Twists and turns. Oh no. All right, hang on. Let's ask the Holocron. You ready? You ready for this? I don't think y'all are ready. I love this thing. Dear Holocron, will Punk Pixie Blue get one room completely cleared out today?
Always in motion is the future.
Sounds like a maybe. Yoda is very cryptic. I love this thing. Dang it. I mean, it sounds like you absolutely could. But it's not a certainty. You'll have to work for it. All right. Let's see. The Twists and Turns Mystery Shawl, starting October 6th. Knit together throughout the month of October. There's usually one section per week, and there's 4 clues. It's the same format as last year. They have kits. It'll be a large shawl, similar in size to Starflake and Shawlography, and fingering weight. There's me 3 colors, so a main color, a contrast color, and an accent color. So you need 2 skeins of the main color, 2 skeins of the contrast color, and a skein of the accent. It's another 5 skein shawl. These things are huge. You will have some leftovers, but it's best to have the recommended amount above. US 4s, that's the same as last time. You need stitch markers, a cable needle, and a tapestry needle. The cable needle is intriguing. It's very, very intriguing. Let's see. Mystery knit along kits. Ooh, these are nice. These are nice. So Tinky, it's a mystery knit along. So you actually don't know what the shawl looks like until you knit it. So it's a surprise for everybody. I do like this color down here. The Haunted Fester. Some of these are really pretty though. The problem is my brain's always like, is already like, I just got 2 skeins of this pink. No, Stacy, no. No, don't do it. Don't do it, Stacy. It's a trap. It's a trap. Ours a trap. I like these colors. Undercover Otter has some fantastic kits this year. Brave, hello, you did make it. But you can do it. I could do it. I don't want to do it. Don't do it because you're going to be doing a brioche project. So that's what I'm worried about, is if we reach the goal and I'm doing a brioche mystery, I'm not a mystery knit along, I'm doing the brioche knit along, then I'll be busy. I do like cables though. This is correct. But I don't need another project. Do I have a picture of what my project last year looked like? Handy. Here we go. I do. So this is my Shawlography shawl from last year in all the Lisa Frank colors, which I absolutely adore. And it's big. You always need another project. I have so many. But you can do it when it's not a mystery. That's what I'm thinking, is maybe I'll do it later. If I really need to have it, I can always go back. Because it's not like I'm going to do it on time anyway. I'm going to be behind regardless. I like it, but it's also, I don't know. You can never have too many though. That is true. But I feel like I have enough. I'm feeling okay though. I'm feeling okay. Did I make a command? No. Okay, hang on. Hang on. So if we unlock our brioche knitting, we're gonna be making this shawl. It's only enough when the store runs out of needles to put new projects on. Hey, I didn't expect to be called out today. I don't need that. I'll need that. So here we go. Let me pull this up. So if we hit our knitting goal, or our goal to get to the brioche tutorial stream, I'm going to do everything you need to know about how to knit brioche. And we are going to knit the Unicornucopia shawl. It's a unicorn horn. So we're going to be doing that. And then y'all Rudies, the self-care cal, we made a self-care knit along for February, February, where we're going to be knitting this. Because y'all are enablers and are rude. So rude. And I need to finish the birthday sweater. I'm loving this already and I don't even know how to knit, but we'll teach you, Rainbow Brights. That's the whole point. Make sure to really save that video. Gosh. All right, last chance. Type in game in chat to be Artnitcraft. Thank you for the $50 donation. Artnit really wants the brioche. Really wants the brioche. Also, you guys are only $45 away from making Hinka and String and I have a try gaming stream while they're here in town. So type in the game in chat to be entered to win 2 of the Humble Bundle codes from the year of your choosing from the lovely Huntress. Also, if you guys aren't following Huntress, you absolutely need to. They do a lot of gaming streams and fantastically fun, chill place to hang out. Absolutely highly recommend. I know how to finger crochet in the V-stitch, and that's about it. Rainbow Brights, we could teach you. We have the technology. Last chance, type in game in chat to be entered to win 2 game codes of your choosing from the list. Kind of scared. No, don't be scared. It's fine. It's fine. Here we go. Let's close this puppy up. Lady E, congrats. Whoop whoop. Speak up in chat. Remind me you're still here. Tinky, I'm so sorry. We're gonna have more of those though, so don't worry. Lady E, speak now. I suppose I could be knitting while modding for a certain streamer. It's true. You could. What? Yeah, you won. So on Monday, I'm gonna reach out to you with the list, and you can pick 2 of the game codes, and then Huntress will get them to you. You won. It's true. It's true. Burr, burr, burr. Hang on. I found a portion of a pattern I'm going to use to knit this, and then we're actually going to cast on our shawl. Guys, we've been streaming for 2 hours and I haven't knit a single stitch. Nice. Yes. On Monday, I'm going to be reaching out to everybody. If you are in the Discord, I'll probably reach out to you on Discord. If not, I'll be reaching out to you via Twitch chat. So we're putting you on the list. So thank you very much, my bean. All right, let me go back here. Art Night Craft, I owe you another story. Do you want me to tell you the story about Pearl the monkey? My monkey cat? My cat just saw a ghost and she looks traumatized. Hello, Quincy. That's fantastic. Yes. Okay. So the reason we got Pearl, the second cat, was because I used to be I grew up with dogs, and I got really bummed. And Damien and I at the time were working opposite shifts, and I was really bummed because I didn't have something that was happy to see me when I came home. For lack of a better term. And the dirty cat at the time wanted nothing to do with me. So I was like, Damien, I need something that likes me. And Damien's like, whatever. And I was like, no, the cat hates me, Damien. So he's like, fine, we'll get you a cat. And he goes, but this is gonna be your cat and you're gonna take care of it. And we're not gonna talk like you have to bathe it and you have to do the thing, and I'm not gonna touch it, and it's gonna be your thing, so it gets attached to you. And I was like, cool. And at the time we were watching a lot of Pirates of the Caribbean. Because I think the 4th or 5th or whatever, oh gosh, the 5th Pirates movie had just come out on home video, like streaming. So we did a Pirates of the Caribbean marathon where we watched like all 5 movies together. So I was very piratey, and I was like, I got it. We're going to get a black cat and I'm going to name it Pearl so it can be the Black Pearl. And Damien's like, sure. And I was like, or it could be white. I'm going to name this cat Pearl. And he's like, fine. So we go to the shelter. Not a black or white cat to be found. But I did find this little gray puffball weirdo that was very cute and very playful. And I was like, it looks a little weird, but I do like this cat. And then we viewed every other kitten in the entire joint, and then came back to this one cat, and I was like, I think this is the cat. It was my Pearl cat, but I was really bummed because I was like, well, I wanted to name it the Black Pearl, but it's a gray cat, and I was like, it's not the same. And then Damien's like, well, you could name it something cute like Pearl, Purrl, and I was like, oh, that is cute, and I do kind of like the name Pearl. Okay, so we took the cat home. Let me pull pictures here. I have picture documentation. So we took the cat home, and she was so stinking cute. My Pearl cat. I adore her immensely. But she started doing this thing, and I couldn't figure it out at the time, but she would constantly curl up on my shoulder like a parrot. Here we go. Here's the picture. And I couldn't figure out why this cat was all up in arms, had to sit on my shoulder. That's all this cat wanted to do. So I couldn't figure it out. And I was like, we should name this cat Jack. And he goes, why? And I go, we named the monkey Jack. So I was like, we named the kitty Jack. But she was so stinking cute. She was very much a mama's girl, even from then. She has the biggest feet still to this day. I mean, but look at these giant feetses. This cutie patootie. And then the problem is Pearl would get really, really riled up, and she'd be like running all over the apartment, and we'd have to put her in the bathroom to like calm down. So then I made a sign for our bathroom that said Davy Jones's kitty locker, because she'd be going crazy, and I'm like, well, it's the locker for you then. And then I'd shove her in the bathroom to calm down. So we had Davy Jones's kitty locker. And this was a one bedroom apartment. So there was like the living area, the bedroom, and the bathroom. That was it. And it made a circle, so she would run laps unless we closed the bathroom and put her in timeout. And at one point, this Dirty figured out that of the two doors for the bathroom, one of them didn't quite latch all the way, so you could push it open. So Dirty would start letting Pearl out to play while we were at work, because we want to keep them separate so they didn't eat each other's food, because Pearl had kitten food and Dirty had special food at the time. So then Dirty just kept letting Pearl out, which was extra rude. And then I was just like, fine. Here we go. This is when I put Pearl in a shark costume to time her out, to try and get her to slow down. It did not work. It only made her more riled up. She didn't want to be alone, which was funny because Dirty also like just wanted nothing to do with this cat. All right, last picture. Here you go. This is my Pearl cat in our apartment when we first got her. And she loves laying like this, and she still does to this day. This is her when she's 5 at our house. Jailbreak! It's true. It's true. I absolutely adore this picture of her. All right. There we go. All the kitty pictures. Excuse me. All right, let's see here. Do your cats ever hide so you can't find them? I mean, they hide and I can't find them, but they don't usually like hide to get away, if that makes sense. Like, they're usually just tucked away somewhere, and then it turns out that I can't find them. They don't usually hide on purpose. Generally speaking. Do you know what I was going to do? I was going to pull up a pattern to knit. And I still haven't. All right, let's do that. Here you go. We named the monkey Pearl. Knitting. There we go. Okay. Hydrate. You can knit. No one would know from the stream so far. Anyway, I've been doing a lot of talking. How are y'all? What are y'all up to this weekend? It's a holiday weekend. Does anyone have any fancy plans? Today is the first Ohio State football game of the season. Just want to throw that out there. It's very important that all of you know this. Mostly that Damien knows this. My fancy plans for this stream. I'm your fancy plan. Boo OSU. You leave my team alone. My friends. I'm cleaning. And do essentially a corner to corner shawl for this big old rectangular squish shawl. I get to go to Ren Fair again. Are you going today or tomorrow, Brave? Seeing in-laws on Monday, that'll be nice. Banned. She's not kidding. Watching OU beat UTEP? Is that Oklahoma? Or, somebody else? Boomer Sooner. I threw out this scary jute weaving in my porch. Inca will be brokenhearted. Brokenhearted. Any team pretentious enough to correct people to add "the" to their name deserves 50 out of 50 seasons with the upswing on the weeks before playoffs. Stop it. We do it to ourselves. We do it to ourselves. Honestly though, I'm just the biggest fan of the marching band. Love me some Ohio State marching band. The best damn band in the land. Also, we know we fumbled right before playoffs enough. We know. You don't need to tell us. It's already a problem. It could be worse. You could be a Texas fan. Stop it. We don't say that T word here. It's terrible there. They're playing Notre Dame today, which is another school that's near and dear to my heart. I didn't know Ohio had been sucking lately. Art Knit Craft, we have a tradition here at Ohio State. Ever since we got rid of Jim Tressel ever since Jim Tressel stepped down, I should say. Ohio has this really great problem where we do really well all year and then just fumble at playoffs. So we keep getting to playoffs and then immediately playing the worst game we have played all season. And I hate it. And I'm just like, what happened? So that's a thing that we do. Why? I couldn't tell you. but we sure do it a lot. It's like Nebraska, they play awesome for the first half and then hand over the win. Yes. Like, and I can't figure out why. Like they compulsively can't stop doing it. Rainbow Brights, it could be worse. You could be a Kentucky fan and they play on that giant field of all blue. And I hate it. It makes me cross-eyed every time I look at that AstroTurf. Where's that meme? Which one? Brave, do you have your outfit for Ren Fair tomorrow all set? Or is today finishing touches day? Indiana fans shaking hands with Ohio fans over hating Kentucky. I feel like that's the Midwest is that way about most of the southern schools though. I think it's haunted too. It would have to be. It's too ugly not to be haunted. I just hate football. Huntress, it's okay. So does Damien. Damien does not sports ball. So every fall, I have to warn him of upcoming football games so he can be like, great. World of Warcraft night. It's where all the bad colors go to die. Short round. Thank you for the $10. Yes, my sister. I believe I need to, I believe I could put something on my arm if you so choose. According to our incentives list. I have a request. What's the request? Oh no. Here it goes. Rainbow Brights, you and I will bond over football. Shake the dust. I sure will. I sure will. I love me some Anise. There we go. Look, it's a tiny purple patch. Oh. Uploaded to general Discord. All right. Let's boop. Aww, this is the cutest. This is so cute. I love it. I love it. Let me see. Oh, I was just gonna... Ginger Zone's so good for me. Ginger Zone is so good for me. I was just gonna ask if you had a video of it. Hang on. Shake the dust. I'm gonna see if we can play it real quick. So this is a spoken word poet. Oh, this is the video of Heavy and Light. Ginger Zone and I were here. Okay, hang on. Hang on. I'm gonna write this on my arm. And we're going to play this poem real quick. This was our first Heavy and Light. We were here. All right, here we go. Transition. Boop. Full screen. We'll play this. This is a beautiful spoken word poem. This is a beautiful spoken word poem. You're going to love it.
And this one right here, this is for the fat girls. This one is for the little brothers. This is for the schoolyard wimps and for the childhood bullies that tormented them. For the former prom queen and for the milk crate ball players. For the nighttime cereal eaters and for the retired elderly Walmart store front door greeters. Shake the dust. This is for the benches and the people sitting upon them. For the bus drivers driving a million broken hymns. For the men who have to hold down 3 jobs simply to hold up their children. For the nighttime schoolers and for the midnight bike riders trying to fly. Shake the dust. This is for the 2-year-olds who cannot be understood because they speak half English and half God. Shake the dust. For the boys with the beautiful, beautiful sisters. Shake the dust. For the girls with those brothers who are going crazy. Those gym class wallflowers, and the 12-year-old's afraid of taking public showers, for the kid who's always late to class because he forgets the combination to his lockers, for the girl who loves somebody else. Shake the dust. This is for the hard men who want love, but know that it won't come. For the ones the amendments do not stand up for the ones who are forgotten, for the ones who are told to speak only when you are spoken to, and then are never spoken to. Speak every time you stand so you do not forget yourself. Do not let one moment go by that doesn't remind you that your heart beats 100,000 times a day and that there are enough gallons of blood to make every one of you oceans. Do not settle for letting these waves settle and for the dust to collect in your veins. This is for the celibate pedophile who keeps on struggling, for the poetry teachers and for the people who go on vacations alone, for the sweat that drips off of Mick Jagger's singing lips and for the shaking skirt on Tina Turner's shaking hips, for the heavens and for the hells through which Tina has lived. This is for the tired and for the dreamers. For those families that will never be like the Cleavers with perfectly made dinners and sons like Wally and the Beaver. This is for the bigots, for the sexists, for the killers, and for the big house jail sentenced cats becoming redeemers. And for the springtime that somehow seems to always show up after every single winter. This is for you. This is for you. Make sure that by the time the fisherman returns, you are gone. Because just like the days, I burn at both ends. And every time I write, every time I open my eyes, I'm cutting out parts of myself just to give them to you. So shake the dust and take me with you when you do, for none of this has ever been from me. All that pushes and pulls and pushes and pulls, it pushes for you. So grab this world by its clothespins and shake it out again and jump on top and take it for a spin. And when you hop off, shake it again. For this is yours. Make my words worth something. Make this more than just another poem that I write, more than just another night that sits heavy above us all. Walk into it. Breathe it in. Let it crash through the halls of your arms like the millions of years of millions of poets, coursing like blood, pumping and pushing, making you live, shaking the dust. So when the world knocks on your front door, clutch the knob tightly and open on up and run forward into its widespread greeting arms, your hands in front of you, fingertips trembling, though they may be.
It is okay to be so stressed.
Okay, that was an ad. All right, there we go. That's Anis Mogani, who is one of my favorite spoken word poets ever. There we go. Shake the dust. Boop. That was good. It was real good. That year for Heavy and Light, every time they had a band come out, so they have a band come out and perform like 3 or 4 songs, and then they'd have Anis go out and perform a poem. and while they're resetting the stage, and then they do it, and it's beautiful. It was so good. Where can I find that? I'll post the link here real quick for you, Yarnho. I'll post the link. Things are happening. Letters and a 92 acceptable Lex. An 82 acceptable Alex. Hello. There we go. Can you post that in Discord? Yes, I'll post it in Discord. Also, the link is here. And I will also put it in general. Happy to do so. But one of the shirts in the shop says "Shake the Dust," and so it says "Shake the Dust," and then on the inside of the back of the shirt, the poem's written, and I love it. So there you go. We are raising funds for Teray Love Under Arms today. That was actually, so I was in the audience that night. That was the very, very first Heavy Light that we ever went to. It was the night before my birthday. So at the end of the night, I turned 21. And it was very fun. And then the next day, my friends threw me my 21st birthday party, and they had made me a cake. Here we go. I have a picture of it and everything. Boop. There we go. My good friend Laura made me a love cake that we used whatever candles were left over from her house. Yarnho, it's ! shirt. Takes you to the shirts. So that was last year. Nice, Sturgis. Nice. Decidedly not. It's been a while. Also, Sturgis, how are you doing, my dude? Hope you're doing well. We're fundraising today for charity that I absolutely adore. Acceptable Alex, thank you for the $50 donation. I appreciate it immensely. How are you, my dude? Meep. I believe $50 gets you a story time. Is there a story you would like to hear? Oh, I know what story. Unless you have a story you'd like to hear, I'm going to tell you all the story about my 21st birthday where we made a tasty Stacy. So for my 21st birthday party, we were like, so everyone was hanging out. So these were all the college kids I had grown up with. We were a very close-knit group. And it was funny because like I was one of the last people to turn 21 of the group. Everyone was about a year to two older than me. I was kind of at the tail end a little bit. And for their birthdays, for their parties and stuff, a lot of them had like made drinks or found a favorite drink. And I was like, I've never really drank before. I don't really know what I like. So they're like, well, so for that evening, I said, I'll drink anything y'all want to make, but I won't have the same drink twice. And then they're like, you know what we should do? We should make you a drink, like invent a drink for you. And I was like, okay. So one of the group's parents had sent them with a bottle of SoCo just for the group. Like, here you go, have fun. I know y'all are broke. And one of them had given me a bottle of Malibu coconut rum because they're like, this is my favorite drink. I think you'll really like it too. And of course I did, because coconut rum's delicious. So we all started the evening out with oatmeal cookie shots, which is Bailey's I think it's Bailey's, SoCo, and then Goldschlager, and it tastes like an oatmeal cookie. So we set about to create a drink with and we're like, well, it should have the SoCo and the Malibu rum in it because that's the presents that I got. And so the shot's half Malibu rum, half SoCo with a Goldschlager floater. And it's actually not too shabby. It's a very blonde drink. Because I think we decided it should be blonde in color because I was blonde and I was especially blonde at the time. And so it was funny because the guys were like trying different combinations, so they were getting like super trashed while I'm sitting there watching them, which was funny. And then so as the night got on, my friend John, who was making the drinks, the proportions got a little out of whack. So if it had too much rum, it became a Malibu Stacy instead of a Malibu Barbie. And if it had too much SoCo, it was called a Wasty Stacy. And if it was just right, it was called a Tasty Stacy. So there we go. We made a drink. Moist, hello, my dude. Sturgis, do not worry. As always, I said this earlier, I'll say it again. If y'all have the funds, I highly recommend directing them here. To Write Love on Her Arms does great work. If not, as always, number one goal is to make sure that you take care of yourself first. And that you do what you need to do financially. So don't you worry. But I do immensely appreciate the host. When you took the first sip, first I was like, is it supposed to taste like this? And then I was like, oh, that's actually pretty good. Pretty good, as it turned out. Here we go. I have a bonus picture of that night. So this was the first time that Ginger Zone and I hung out, where Ginger Zone had her permit and I had my license. So here is the very first time that Ginger Zone was a designated driver. Yeah, that was on the way to the party. It was great. Bonus picture. I see you open your third eye while it was gone. Yes, 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 yes. The stream has entered a new plane of consciousness. We're enlightened. Thank you very much. And we're also finally knitting. 2.5 hours into the stream. Gee, thanks. Oh, so lovely. It's fine, Ginger. No one knows who you are. It's not like it's on the internet or anything. Also, I think that's the first time I've ever shown a weird picture of you, which I think shows a lot of restraint on my part, considering I've been streaming for 2.5 years and I haven't just flooded the internet with weird pictures of you as your big sister. I'm just saying. Girl, that yarn is knitting up beautifully. Thank you. I'm liking how it's turning out so far. So I'm doing a little, hang on, let's get this. Let's do a little glamour shot. Ooh, ah. So I'm going to it's going to be a rectangular shawl on the bias. And it's going to be all stockinette with this garter stitch border. It's just going to be a big old shawl like this, but 100 times bigger. Boop. Hinka, you're going to meet up with Moist? Are you going to Ren Fair? Or y'all just having a funsy time together? Everyone is here. Everyone is here, Hinka. It's a party. When your partner isn't sub, so you have to have a stream on your phone for when ads pop up. I did readjust the ads. So Twitch announced that they're doing the ad revenue share. So I had started doing it, but it hadn't kicked in yet. So I unadded the channel. But now I have the offer again. So starting, I think on Thursday's stream, we do have increased ads for the channel, but we're actually getting revenue for it. So we're gonna give it a try again. And same thing, I'll keep it on for a couple weeks. If I see a big boost in the channel, then I'm gonna leave it, because it's a great way for y'all to help support the channel without paying any money. I know it kind of sucks, but it is a free way to support the channel. And if we aren't seeing any, if it's not really doing any good, then I'll take them away again, because I don't want to make you guys watch ads so Twitch can make money. I only want to make you guys watch ads if like the stream, if it's supporting the stream. So we'll try it out again. We're gonna give it the old college try again. Hinka, do you know what I just realized? I just realized that Acceptable Alex's donation pushed us over. And we've hit our $750 goal. So Hinka, when you and String come to Florida, we're doing a streamy stream together. A stream. Also, that means we're halfway to our goal, which is fantastic. Yes. Stitch. We could do a Stitch and Bitch stream. We could also do you, me, and String all doing like a Mario Kart stream on the Switch, or both. So we'll have to start planning out what kind of stream y'all want to do when you get here. Because I think we were going to try and do like a craft night stream with the three of us, but I think we're also going to have to do a gaming stream or combine them. So start thinking what you want to stream while you're here. So our next milestone is Huntress's favorite, the Dead by Daylight stream. If we don't get to this one, that's okay, guys. I won't be mad. It's fine. Not gonna be mad at all about this one. And then at 1,250, we have our brioche tutorial, where I do everything you ever needed to know about how to knit brioche. If we hit our $1,500 goal, we're gonna do the World of Tanks stream, which I hate, and we're gonna do it because y'all had a fun time with it the last time. And if we somehow shoot even further than that, we're gonna do a miniature building stream. And you know what? When we get there, we'll start talking about that a little bit when we get closer. Little closer. And then we also have our incentives as things pop up. And I don't want to spoil anything, but a little birdie named Rainbow Brights donated a $25 Etsy gift card, which will be our next giveaway the next time we have a $100 or more donation. If you don't want some Etsy supplies. Just saying. Word on the street. Jay, hello. How's it going? We are doing our Turret Love on Our Arms charity stream. Need more coffee. I'm almost there. We'll go a little bit longer, and then I'm gonna have to take a break. A break. Also grab a snack. Get a snack. I'm doing great. Last week I was out with COVID and I was dying. And then this week I am back, finally feeling back to normal. So I still have a little bit of Phoebe Buffet, sexy, smelly cat voice, but apart from that, doing good. I knew I forgot something when I grabbed my food. Coffee. Hydrate. I will do that. Thank you. Have a little bit of water cut with some cranberry juice. Looks a little blood of my enemies. But it tastes great. It tastes great. I've somehow managed to dodge COVID, never had it when my brother did. Damien and I had dodged it up until this point. And then we got it hard. So we both have a bit of a cough and the gravel voice. Damien's is all in his sinuses, and mine was definitely all in my chest. Peach Bug, hello! Thank you for the raid. How's it going? Hello, raiders. How are y'all? Give everyone just a second to get in case they have an ad. Peach Bug, what were you doing? My project looks lovely, thank you. So we're just starting it out. We're gonna knit a big old squishy blanket shawl out of this hand spun that I made myself. Crocheting a lion. Ooh. That sounds very fun. Let me get you a shout out. Fellow crafter, heck yeah. And I will check you out. Hey, after stream. Well, come on in, gang. How's it going? Hope everyone's having a lovely weekend. We are doing our charity stream. We are currently raising money for Turret Love on Our Arms, which is a charity that's very near and dear to my heart. They do tons of good work. Specifically centered around mental health. Specifically for folks struggling with depression, addiction, and self-injury. And this is a charity stream to help them out. Because all the donations help make it possible for folks to find free and reduced cost mental health services, as well as substance use disorder care, and they also have a treatment and recovery scholarship program. So, as always, for folks coming in, if you are not financially able to give, I get it. If you have a charity you've already donated to this year, I get it as well. I always want everyone to take care of themselves first, but if you have some disposable income, I highly recommend helping out a very good cause who's helped me a whole lot. Stress buying a plant, what to get? Dragon garland, hello. A peacock fern, ooh. I couldn't tell you. I kill plants too quickly to become attached. Although, Punk Pixie, if you're still here, Those 2 plant clippings that you gave me when I went to Minnesota are sitting on my windowsill, and they're doing so good. I haven't replanted them yet. But they're living their best life, and I feel like I should just let them be a little while longer. That purple heart plant is thriving. I have to show you guys a picture. So when I went to the last time we were at Disney, and I went to Star Wars Galaxy's Edge, I showed a picture with the group. I'll have to show you guys. I had to do like a triple take. I couldn't believe it. So this plant, all this purple here is one of those plant cuttings that Punk Pixie gave me. And I couldn't believe it. I was like, that's the plant that's on my windowsill right now. I was so excited. I was like, it's here in Florida in the wild. It means it could still live. It has a chance, guys. My pothos is I think it's on its like 5th or 6th leaf. I think your purple heart is growing faster, but I think my pothos is growing faster. It's a tough one. Both of them are tough ones, which are why it gives me hope. Next time I'll give you a clip of my fiery Kate. Yes. I want to grow my own purple ecosystem. I mean, who doesn't? Also, fun fact, that purple plant's leaves are fuzzy. So I also just like walking over and petting it. Makes me very happy as well. And most importantly, the pothos is animal friendly as well. Moist Slenderman, thank you for the $25 donation. How's it going, my dude? Now that I'm finally knitting, I do have the incentives where y'all can make me switch projects. Or I could add more eyeballs. Is there an incentive that you would like? I do have like 8 other knitting projects here next to me if y'all wanted to make me switch, which I thought y'all would get really on board with. But I think y'all like this purple too much, which I'm very thankful for because I like it as well. I know it's called, but might not be okay for stream. Huntress, just say it. I think my next plant purchase will be a giant snake plant for the corner. Are you going to raffle the shawl when it's done? Hell no. This is mine. No. This is going to be my blanket shawl for at work for when I get too cold in the meetings. So I'm finish this row, and then we do need to make a decision. No, this shawl, I've been spinning this shawl since June. So we just finished spinning it. And I'm in love. Had to, I know. So here's the question. Is it thick enough to be warm enough, or should we go down a needle size? Because I like it. It's nice and drapey, but I'm worried, is it too drapey? Should we get it a little thicker so it's a little warmer? Because I also have 1,000 yards of this. So this thing is going to be big. But I kind of feel like maybe we should go down to size 3s instead of size 4s. Because I like it, but it's fairly thin, and I want it to be really warm and squishy. And I feel like maybe that's just a little too much, a little too thin. think we might go down a needle size. How many thicks are we talking about? It's only two. It's only maybe 1C. 1C, maybe 2Cs. It's not, I feel like it's not thick enough. Go thicker. 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 I'm so stoked I found the equivalent of a wearable blanket at a thrift store. Yes, that's what I want to make, is a wearable blanket. So let's do that. Let's do that. Let's commit. If we're going to spend the next, I don't know, bajillion years knitting this, we're going to make it exactly how we want it. Oh, did my yarn felt to itself? What's going on here? Honey, what's this? What's happening? There we go. I loathe when yarn felts to itself. Because it's hand spun, I kind of expect it. Also, it's really fuzzy. So it kind of sucks, but it's not surprising. Also, I want to save every possible inch of this. So I'm like very invested in taking my time frogging this properly. So more like a 2.5. I feel like 2.5 would be too thick. Because I also want it to be pretty big. I was waffling between 3s and 4s, but I went with the 4s. And next time I just need to listen to my heart. Weird. How did we get here? Oh, too felted. All right. That's fine. I can lose 6 inches of it. Now you know 4's in it or no? That's right. They have palms. My sister's going to have my head. I don't think a whole palm is a comfort plant. That's like getting a child. Yeah, because this is the difference between the 3s and the 4s. But I feel like between the 3s and 2.5s would be too much. palm's, it's like, it's gonna weigh as much as a small child. Bun Games, hello. Thank you for the follow. Thank you for being here today. There's a fiddle fig. I mean, now you're talking my language. Crazy how 0.25 makes a big difference. Yes. I'd probably say something witty like, I don't know, math. It doesn't cry like a kid, and you can put it outside and time out just fine. Swatching is a good thing, yes. And if it was more complicated of a pattern, I would have made a swatch first. But just redoing the corner on a shawl isn't too bad. Isn't too bad. This is why we swatch. Can you try a ponytail palm as a plan? I don't know what a ponytail palm is. I'm really the wrong person to be asking because you're like, I'm getting a comfort plant. And I'm like, great, something else to watch die. It's pot size and it'll keep it to the size you like. Oh, that's nice. So it'll never get bigger than whatever pot you put it in. Is it called the goldfish effect? Goldfish get as big as the pot or as big as the bowl you put them in. But you know, plants, which I know absolutely nothing about. Any plant will stay as much nutrients are available size. But some start, I feel like they start to do not great. Like when the roots get too pot bound kind of deal. What Discord link? Let's look. Oh, it's so cute. It's so cute. Like, this is the appropriate size of a palm. I could do this. That's too big. My cats would eat it. This is too much. This palm's being extra. This palm is being just right. Ponytail palm. I'm going to have to remember that. Sized it up a couple times. I could do that. I could do this one. This one I could do. Some of those other ones, though. No. I'm still also trying to get Damien to get me a fig plant. Someday. And gifted it to my Aunt Sarah in Punta Gorda, Florida. That palm looks like it would enjoy Florida very much. Aunt Sarah planted it in their front yard. It's huge now. I bet. Dak, hello. We are making our big old blanket shawl for me for at work. We started knitting it, but I felt like it wasn't thick enough, so we sized the needles down. We're trying it again. I'm 55. I know we got it when I was in high school. Plants live forever, man. Literally forever. Are you going to try and make Damie wear a fig leaf? No. No. The sideways one? Yes. Yes, yes.